Good evening, everybody. We are live. This is Matt Baker. This is We the Sequel, hosted by you, the people. But today we're going to have an amazing guest, one of my good friends, ALISON Steinberg. I used to know her as Alison Wonderland back in the COVID days. But let's not forget, today is Veterans Day, and I thought I would just play you this little tribute as we warm up the stream here and get some people in. And hopefully we'll get Alison in here probably at the top of the hour, and we'll be talking about all her amazing viral clips that she's been doing now and the history of how she got where she is and what it's like being in the White House. So let's check these clips out here. I'll pull this up. Let's see. Yeah, Brothers in Arms. Thought that was fitting.
That was on duty with him. They captured the Germans captured the other guy, caught him with his weapons, killed before the Germans, then we ran out of ammo, hand-to-hand combat. He was able to recapture the guy who was on duty.
These mist-covered mountains are home now for me. But my home is the lowlands, and always will be. Someday you'll return to your valleys and your farms, and you'll no longer burn to be brothers in arms. Through these fields of destruction, baptisms of fire, I've witnessed your suffering as the battle reached high, and the weight of heaven so bad, in the fear and the alarm, you did not desert me, my brothers in arms.
And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
There's so many different worlds, so many different suns, and we have just one, but we live in different worlds. the sun's gone to hell. The moon riding high. Let me bid you farewell. Every man has to die, but it's written in the stars. In every line in your heart, we're fools to make one, all our brothers in arms.
Freedom and the dignity of the individual have been more available and assured here than in any other place on earth. The price for this freedom at times has been high, but we have never been unwilling to pay that price.
All right. Powerful song. Dire Straits. Just think about all those people,
Those who say
you
that
know,
we're in a time when there are no
that
heroes,
died for our country, for
they
the
just
West,
don't know where to look.
for freedom. And here we are, basically in the same situation that we were back then. Will we be able to maintain these freedoms? Will we be able to make those people proud so they didn't die for no reason? Today's supposed to be a happy broadcast. I love Allison. We used to hang out. She used to do protests up in Huntington Beach. She went viral. We used to go to protests and all kinds of cool stuff. And she had me on her show, OAN. And I got her on InfoWars when she first went viral with her coffee rant, which was pretty funny. She had a little thing, but with Starbucks that went super viral, where she went through the drive-through and they wouldn't give her a coffee, but they'd give her a mask. And that literally went super mega viral. The fact that some human being actually was able to apply logic to the COVID situation, which was pretty amazing because most people were deep under mind control during that period. But before we get her in, I did want to kind of just finish out this whole Veterans Day aspect, and not to be too somber, but I guess today is Veterans Day, and it would be not right to not observe the losses and the sacrifices that they made. And then we can get into the fun and laughter later and all of the hilarious clips that Allison has done. But I did want to show this veteran here. I think you guys may have seen the clip, but he's on live TV and they talk to him about how he feels about the Veterans Day in England. It's like Poppy Day or Victory in Europe Day, I believe it is. But yeah, he's just not too happy with the way England's going or America's going or the West is going after all the blood that they shed to keep us free, supposedly. I'm not sure how free we really are these days. I mean, we're free to, get Uber Eats, but are we really free? But Anyway, Allison definitely puts her freedom out there, and she lets her freedom of speech reign on these Democrat scumbags, and it is hilarious. But before we get into that, and she joined us at the top of the hour, I did want to play this clip, and then we'll move on from the whole thing. But I did have to observe Veterans Day here, I felt.
And it's our job now. What does Remembrance Sunday mean for you? What is your message?
My message is, I can see in my mind's eye those rows and rows of white stones of all the hundreds of my friends and everybody else that gave their lives for what? The country of today. No, I'm sorry. The sacrifice wasn't worth the result that it is now.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
What do you mean by that, though? At this point?
What we fought for, and what we fought for was our freedom. We find that even now it's darn sight worse than what it was when I fought for it.
Oh, Alec, I'm sorry you feel like that, because I want you to know that all the generations that have come since, including me and my children, are so grateful for your bravery and all that for service personnel. And it's our job now, isn't it, to make it the country that you fought for. You absolutely fought for.
Is it.
And we will do. We want to...
I'm so wonderful to know there are people like you that can spread the word around.
We will do.
Younger generation.
And I guarantee that everybody watching at home will be wanting you to send lots of love. We've got another little bit special thing for you, Alec. We've got the DJ darlings here. Come on over, guys. You've got
this
a
is
little
pretty
special
cute
present for
that
him.
they bring out
Come
these
and give it
ladies.
if you can, to thank
It
you
feels
for
happy for a
all
minute,
your
but
many
there's
great
another
years of
clip where
service
this
and others like you.
This is our album, Alec, and I know you love a lot of the songs on there. And this is the least we can do. This is such a small thing, but you know we love you so much, Alec.
And it's all signed for you there as
These
well.
young ladies are like my own daughters.
What does Remembrance Sunday?
Well, it's our turn now, and we'll see how we're going to deal with all this in the future. We've got a lot of things coming up with AI. We've got world wars going on. We've got a lot of problems that are happening. This is a pretty cool little montage I put together kind of to introduce you. If you don't know who Allison is, we used to work together quite a bit. Had me on her show a lot, and we did all kinds of cool things, protests, and fought the lockdowns together. She even was the host of, she was like the Vanna White of the American Liberty Awards, and she did an amazing job. I really appreciate her for that. But she's toned it down a little bit. She used to be a little bit more edgy, I would say. I think she found religion, and she probably doesn't swear as much as she used to. So I hope she doesn't mind me playing these old clips, but I just love them. They're hilarious to me. So let's check out this little montage here.
Just went into a Trader Joe's for the first time since they did away with their bullshit mask policy, thinking it was going to be a somewhat normal shopping experience. But I'm just so fucking confused because literally every single motherfucker in that establishment was still muzzled up. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with you retards? Take it off! Oh, I hate everyone!
Some people see a psyop and do nothing but watch the propagandized talking points and conform accordingly. Some are content to scream at their computers. Others shrug their shoulders and say, well, what can I do about it? And then there's us, a large and thriving community of free-thinking people. From the anonymous poster to the tireless researcher, from the fearless provocateur to the office conspiracy guy. Together, we confront the relentless stream of lies, propaganda, and barely hidden agendas. Freedom is the prize, and teamwork is how we will achieve it.
Hi.
You have a mask?
No, I don't.
I can give you one.
You can give me one?
I can give you one. I need you to wear a mask.
So you can hand me a mask?
I can hand you one, yeah.
But you can't hand me the drink without a mask?
You've got to wear a mask.
How does that make any sense?
That's what I just need you to wear a mask. Do you mind?
Well, if you can hand me a mask, why can't you just hand me the drink?
I can hand you the mask.
So he can hand me a mask, but he can't hand me my drink. Makes perfect sense, right? Well, it's our nation's birthday, and despite living in Joe Biden's America, I'm still proud to be an American. Unfortunately, however, it seems that's not the case amongst the rest of the country. In a recent poll, a record low, only 38% of US adults say they are extremely proud to be an American. Could this perhaps be attributed to the geriatric puppet who occupies the Oval Office? Or rather, is this a result of the upcoming generation of woke anarchists that seek to destroy the wonders that our founding fathers fought and died for? Regardless of where you stand, there's no denying that our nation is divided, and all of the core principles that make our country the greatest in the world are under attack. It's ironic because the ones who gain the most from actually living here are seemingly the same ones who are the most outspoken about their disdain for America. Newsflash, if it's so awful to live here, you're more than welcome to leave. Billy Joe Armstrong. But of course that's not actually the case, because if America was as horrific as all of these virtue signaling celebrities and politicians make it out to be, then there wouldn't be thousands of illegal immigrants pouring through the border every day to come to our country to create a better life for themselves and their families. There's a reason the border crisis continues to worsen by the day, and it's because America is indeed the best. But the sad reality is it won't be for much longer if we continue to sit by idly and watch our nation crumble from the inside out. We used to have men that were both strong physically and mentally, men who were willing to go to war and fight for our country to protect the freedoms that each and every one of us are so blessed to have. But now we have a dwindling military with recruitment numbers lower than Joe Biden's approval rating, and a society full of low testosterone soy boys that willingly muzzle themselves to drive alone in their cars. If we continue to bend the knee in an effort to appease the masses and bury our heads in the sand because we don't want to be political or ruffle any feathers, then we will continue to witness America and all of her beauty devolve into an unrecognizable state of destruction and devastation. America is a self-governing free society, but freedom is not guaranteed, and it is our civic duty to stand up and fight for the institutions that make our nation great. Let's empower the rising generation to overcome the victimhood mentality. Let's refocus on the value of a nuclear family. And most importantly, let's reinstill the importance of implementing God and faith back into our communities. With that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful 4th of July. Even though our First Amendment is gradually slipping away, I'm immensely grateful to still have the opportunity to speak my mind. Thank you all so much for watching, and God bless.
Are you getting this, Venice Beach Tub Club? I just want to make sure you're watching
I
this.
just want to make sure you're aware that this was stuck on me.
I did not do it. I didn't do it.
Jess Weber.
Someone did it. Someone's having more fun than me. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I swear to God.
All right, I'm sorry. You are the owner of Slave Delivery, correct?
I'm the owner. Oh, now you're calling me a slave owner?
No. No.
Shut up. I'm out of here. I feel like I'm on CNN again.
We don't do that anymore.
No. You want me to do Alex Jones?
You do an impression?
Oh.
You do an impression?
Our friend over here says.
All right, everybody, we got Alex Jones here. We're down here at Huntington Beach, and the whole thing is a giant psyop. Matt, slave delivery.
Fuck this! We are.
All right. I put this together last night. I forgot that part was in there. I don't know if she's going to be too happy with that. But anyway, she is very professional now. She's at the White House, so I don't want to blow up her spot with that. I forget exactly how that clip ended right there. But anyway, she's going to be with us very shortly. She's an amazing person. It's really crazy to see her journey because she's, she was basically just going to these protests and stuff like that during, she helped get Trump elected. She was out there waving Trump flags and stuff like that. And then when the COVID lockdowns happened, she was out there rallying against it, going viral against it, doing lots of appearances on different shows about it. And then eventually she ended up working with this guy right here, Jess Weber. She was a host for Weber's Way for a while. And then she ended up getting the host job here in San Diego on OAN. And then she had me in the studio many times. And now she's moved to Washington, D.C. And she's literally in the press corps. And it's very surreal for me to see her there. It's like, it's really cool because, when you're a kid, you look at the people in the White House and you start, they feel like they're just different, they're above or something like that. These, very ethereal, like it's a very strange feeling to look at these people. But then when you actually know them and they're there putting these politicians on blast, it's pretty amazing. And knowing some of these people and knowing some of her friends and a lot of people in the movement, especially since COVID, I really feel like so many people have come into their own and kind of have been born out of the lockdowns and out of the fight for freedom here in America. And so a lot of the people that you see now that are actually doing the moving and shaking were actually just regular people. So a lot of times it's easy to sit there and go, oh, these people are, paid, or these people work for this or work for that. But, I came up from the ground up, and Allison is like the perfect example of this. Someone who just was basically boots on the ground, patriot, and just constantly working overtime, and then getting to the point where she's now in the White House, and so it's going to be very interesting to talk to her and see what she has to say about that and how surreal it is. And has she gotten used to it? Has she managed to feel normal or not have imposter syndrome? And so it's going to be very cool to see what she has to say. So let me see here. I had a couple other clips that I wanted to show you. Let's see here. There is another one I got going here. And let's see. Here is this other clip. This is a funny clip here. Check this one out. It looks like she's coming into the room now, but I will play this for you real quick.
How about this? Nancy Pelosi's return on her stock outperformed the Dow by 17,000%, raking in $133 million during her time in Congress.
Hold on.
Do you support legislation to ban stock trading?
Hold on a second. Have you ever asked the critical question of Donald Trump and Republicans, who are the most corrupt administration in American history? Like, the guy's running a massive pay-to-play scheme, enriching himself and his family, and you want to show up and ask me a question about a legendary leader like Nancy Pelosi? Get real.
How about this? Nancy Pelosi's return on her stock outperformed the Dow by 17.
All right. Well, it looks like she's here. So without further ado, we shall bring in Alison Steinberg, Allison in the Know, or as I used to know her, Allison Wonderland. Let's see if she's here. Add to the stage. There she is. What's up, Allison?
Hi, Matt. How are you? It's so good to see you.
It is fantastic to see you. I can't believe I see you on TV, and it's just so weird that you're in the White House now. It's really trippy. Can you possibly make your volume go up a wee bit?
Is it better when I talk like this, just out of curiosity?
Well, I don't know that you can do that the whole time.
No, I can dismantle this microphone. I just had it set up so I wasn't having to hold it, but I am going to hold it. So sorry. Let me get this out. One sec.
Fuck it, we're doing it live. I was playing a clip of you, and I forgot how much you swore on that clip. I know you don't really swear that much anymore. You're like you're a reformed lady.
I am.
So how is it over there?
The Lord saved me and broke me of my swearing. Yes. Aside from that, hold on. Let me just grab this mic. Hold on.
Yeah, it's going to need to be a wee bit louder if you would.
Yeah, I'm just
going to
hold this the whole time. I don't have a proper
Oh my God.
studio setup, so
oh no, what is happening? Yeah, I actually have to do all this production myself, so I had all these I have these video clips here. Luckily, I had them all stacked, but I actually made a video for Mike Lindell, and for some reason, I can't get my my media assets up, and I don't have a producer to yell at or anything like that. So I just gotta.
I know it's tough. It's tough, but you're doing a great job. I'm very impressed by all of your abilities on your own. I definitely couldn't do that. I'm so technologically challenged.
A little bit of practice, you'd be surprised what you can do, and then you got to just bullshit your way through. Like when it's not working, like just keep talking. I was like, oh my God, my clip's not there. So how is it over there?
It's really good. I mean, it's crazy. It's totally unexpected. I know you were sort of giving a little outline of how I got here, which is really just hard for me to believe at times. Like you said, I started out with the protesting and the activism in the streets, just, some man on the street stuff. I had that viral Starbucks video that then led me to OAN, and then my show got canceled there. And I didn't know if I was going to even continue on with politics, but then I had the wonderful opportunity to work for Lindell TV, and who could ever say no to the great Mike Lindell? So I jumped on that immediately. And then next thing you know, I was just entrenched in the press corps here, both at the White House and Congress. It's been an incredible experience. It's been absolutely surreal. Working amongst the fake news is quite interesting, to say the least.
So wait,
But
did
it's
you
been really
move to
fun.
what? Did you move to DC before you got the gig, or did you move to DC and then get the gig? How did that work?
Interestingly enough, when my show got canceled in San Diego, my husband had the opportunity to come to DC for his job, and I was like, well, now that I'm not, beholden to any specific location, we can go ahead and try it out. It was meant to be a temporary thing, and then within 2 months of moving here, which was supposed to be, a year and a half situation, that's when Lindell TV reached out to me. And I was like, whoa, this seems like it's meant
Did they
to
even
be.
know you were in DC? Did they know you were in DC?
Idea. No, they thought that I was
Wow.
still in San Diego. They were kind of going to have me do a show from, my house, and something similar to what I used to do. But then they're like, oh, you're on the ground in DC. Well, we want you there in the thick of it all. And I was like, okay, I don't know if I can do that, but I'll give it a whirl. Why not? So it kind of evolved into what you now see.
You're giving it a whirl, all right. I can't believe how many of your clips are going viral. It's crazy. Because I remember when I would see you in the studio over at OAN, I know you liked the job and everything, but I always felt like you were trapped in there. Like, they had you in a little cage, and now you're like a free bird again. You're out like walking the streets and hassling people. It's awesome to see.
I mean, it is
Who's your favorite?
fun. I'm not gonna
Who's your
lie.
favorite to hassle? Who do you think was your favorite? Was it Nancy?
Well, so far, yeah, Nancy was, absolutely unforgettable. But I'm really getting this interesting rapport with Hakeem Jeffries since he hosts like weekly press conferences. I've like learned how he ticks and how he operates. So I really enjoy trying to converse with him, even though he's incapable of having a conversation. All he does is regurgitate Democrat talking points, which is very hilarious because that's what they accuse me of doing. But
I know.
he has
They're
like 5 things.
You can't be serious, just because you happen to have a different opinion. It's like, that's a Republican talking point. You're not a serious journalist. only people that regurgitate their talking points, they're serious ones, right? I don't know that I love that the AI version of that one too. It's hard for me to tell which one is funnier, the AI version or the real version. I don't know if
the AI
have
version
that
is
one.
the AI version is what everyone really was thinking. I mean, if I had like, an extra 5 minutes with her, I would have asked all of that. But unfortunately, the time is usually very short. So I got in what I could.
I'm here to say that you're the reason that she quit. I just think she couldn't handle it after that. I think you collapsed her ego, and that was the end of her. They say it's because of this, this pipe bomber thing. Are you hearing anything about this pipe bomber release? There's a lot of rustling about the pipe bomber. They know who it is. They found her gate, and she was like working for the FBI and Capitol Police, and
yeah,
it was all
I'm hearing
set up.
all the same stuff as you, but I'm also hearing like conflicting things. Like Steve Baker, who broke the story, I guess, is like kind of being quiet on it now, and there's some like drama with Julie Kelly, who's been very extensively researching and sharing the tales of January 6th. So I don't know. There's some weird stuff going on, and I'm not really quite sure, what the truth is and all of that. But I'm eager to get to the bottom of it. And we do have the new January 6th committee that is supposed to be investigating all this stuff. Hopefully if we ever get the government back open, that will be underway. But there's a lot.
What's the word on the street with that? Do you think that they are going to move forward? It seems like they're coming to an agreement of sorts.
Yeah, we finally got the votes in the Senate to break the impasse after 40 days of a ridiculous and entirely preventable government shutdown. Sorry, my phone just started talking to me. And so now we have the votes in the Senate. Of course, you know, the radical leftists are very upset about this because they wanted to keep the government shut down indefinitely. They're all pissed off at Chuck Schumer now because they're saying that he's not far left enough. But bottom line is there were 8 sensible Democrats who finally came around, and now the revised bill, which basically kicks the can down the road until January of 2026, really nothing different here. It's the same, virtually the same legislation. It just keeps the lights on until January 2026, and then they're gonna, you know, have to have this discussion all over again at that point in time. So we could see another government shutdown in the very near future once again. But with that being said, it goes back to the House after this. So all of the members of Congress that are in the House are currently in route back to DC. They might have some trouble getting here because due to the shutdown, there is serious issues with air traffic controllers, delayed flights, canceled flights. So there's supposed to be a vote tomorrow on Wednesday in the House to get that passed through there and then onto the president's desk to finally be signed into law, and then we can reopen the government. But there could be some unforeseen delays due to the government shutdown, ironically. So it's all just one giant mess. And
I mean, I think Massey called it. You know, he was the one who pointed it out. He's like, they're just going to keep doing the song and dance, and then they're going to make a deal so they can go home for Thanksgiving or Christmas, and then they're just back to the same BS. But it's like, at some point, I thought we were supposed to be getting rid of these omnibus bills. You know, wasn't that the theory that we thought we were going to do? And then all of a sudden, now my phone's blown up. Then all of a sudden, it's a big, beautiful bill now. So as long as it's a big, beautiful bill, it's not an omnibus bill anymore. And so now you could just pass all these things. And so it seems to me that all they ever do is they pretend that they're playing hardball or they're playing hard to get until basically everyone gets a carve out for whatever little BS project that they want, right? So it's like somebody wants their, you know, little railroad, or someone wants their, you know, wind farm, and someone wants their, you know, subsidies for the farmers. And basically until everyone gets, you know, basically paid off, then they won't vote, and they basically hold everybody ransom. And we got to get away from these things, right? We got to be passing individual bills and stop these massive omnibus bills. You think that's ever going to happen?
I don't know. My gut instinct says no, because I feel like it's just been so corrupt for so long, and why would anyone change that? But I will say, not to rush to the defense of Mike Johnson, but I will say that he has said numerous times in press conferences that I've sat in on that most people in Congress want to operate in the old way of, you know, shoving things through in these massive spending bills, and that Mike Johnson has been working really hard to go back to single issue bills and sort of reform the system, but he gets a lot of pushback from the other side. He's saying that this has been done for years and years and years. He's trying to, you know, break this pattern that has been repeated for so long. Will we ever see
believe that?
I don't know. Well, I would like to believe it. I mean, he sounds really convincing when he says it, but then again, he was a huge proponent of the One Big Beautiful Bill, which I'd argue isn't that great. In fact, there was a provision in the One Big Beautiful Bill that had 10 years of unregulated AI in all 50 states, which is an absolute no from me.
Right.
So,
when Elon Musk says it's going to be 5 years before AI kills everybody, it's like, oh, that's great. Like, let's not have any brakes on it before, you know, it's like, you know, Elon's computer is going to take over the entire world. It's funny because he's so worried about the sun exploding. You know, he's always talking about that. He's like, oh, the sun's going to explode and humanity is going to die. And it's like, yeah, dude, that's like in over 1 million or 1 billion years. It's like, but you ask him, you're like, well, the thing you're building is it going to kill everybody? They're like, oh, it could probably about 20% chance. Like when in about 5 years. And it's like, it's like, maybe you should just stop building the thing that you're building. And that would be better than trying to avoid the sun blowing up. You know what I mean? But nobody seems to want to stop the AI thing, do they?
No, I really feel like it's full speed ahead with the Trump administration. You know, they want to integrate AI into education. They came out on day 2 of the presidency with Project Stargate. I mean, it's deeply concerning to me. And then we also have to point out, though Doge was a good thing, you know, they identified all the waste, fraud, and abuse. I'm not sure why that stopped, by the way. I would love to see more of that continuing to happen. But they used AI to, you know, identify all of the corruption that was happening within the government, which, yes, was being used for good. But then you have to ask, well, how long is this going to be used for good? And what happens when a new administration inevitably takes over? And it could, you know, we've then built the parameters for our own digital prison. So I think it's
Right.
a very dangerous time.
That's
and
what
I
I'm
think
worried about.
yeah, I think more needs to be done to prevent that, but I think we're just charging full steam ahead, which I do understand. You know, we are in this AI arms race with China and we want to beat them out in that technology. But if we're being honest, I think China's already light years ahead of us in AI. And I think we need to be actually more focused on how we're going to prevent an AI takeover as opposed to like just trying to be the best at it. I think they're totally missing the mark on that.
I don't understand why everybody doesn't get the picture that, you know, all these rulers, they're going to be out of work. You know, it's not just the people that are going to get put out of work. It's like, you know, the computer people that said, learn to code. And it's going to be, they're going to be the first people to actually go. It's like, so maybe you need to like learn how to like plumb or paint or do electrical work, you know. But
I think so.
But now, so the rulers are the ones that are actually going to be out of work because the AI is going to be the one that's going to be doing all the controlling. So you would think Putin and Xi Jinping and Trump and everybody could get together and be like, hey guys, this is not good for business. We're all going to be, you know, we won't be able to be our dictator of our respective countries. And so let's put a limit on this thing, because I just don't see that. I don't think it's going to feel very American. I don't think AI, just because it's built in America, somehow has an affinity for American people. I mean, the thing speaks all languages in the world and it knows all cultures. So I really don't think it's going to be like, oh, I'm going to make sure American people, I don't kill all the Americans. In fact, I would say the chances of actually whoever builds the AI, that country being ruined by AI would be probably more likely, because if we build an AI here, it's already jacked into our cell phones, our cars, our power grid. So if it was going to attack the you know, host population, you'd be the first one to go. You know what I mean? So I just see it as a suicide machine, and I don't think it really matters who builds it first.
Yeah, I am totally with you on that. The whole idea of it terrifies me. And when you look at how rapidly it's progressed in such a short period of time, I mean, you know, I don't know, even 2 years ago, we weren't using it regularly. Now I feel like everyone's using it and they're actually becoming dependent on it, which is absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
And, you know,
I mean, I do use it. I'm not going to lie.
Well, and admittedly, I've started to too, which breaks my heart, because I thought forever I would be against it. I would refuse it till the day that I die. But no, now I've started using it too. So I just think we're all doomed. You know,
That's kind of where I'm at. You know, I was like, how black is the pill? Like, you know, is it a black pill or is it a clear pill? Is this just the color that the universe is? You know, we're not necessarily dooming. It's just like, hey, I don't really see a way out of it. You know,
I don't see a way out of it. That's the reality. Is it's not going.
That's
anywhere.
when you found Jesus, because that's basically the only way we can get out of this, right?
You took the words right out of my mouth, Matt. Yes, because we can't rely on man to solve our problems. Man is, you know, corrupt. Men sin. Men are, you know, fallen creatures.
And women too.
I'm saying man and women, yes, of course.
We can say man when it's like bad. No, I'm just kidding. I'm getting politically correct on you.
Yeah,
now.
I was going to say it's a little too PC for me.
Men are sinners. Men are evil. Yeah, I know. I am.
Are you going to throw me an A woman right now or something?
What is a woman? What is a woman, Allison? Can you answer the question? So is it, do you ever feel like you're on the inside loop, or do you think that all the information you get kind of leaks out now with the modern world? Like, do you feel like you're closer to the vibe, or does it everything just basically leaks past the firewall right away?
That's a really good question. I feel like I do sort of hear like the beginnings of rumblings of conversations that are had that, you know, maybe come out a couple hours later. Like I'm sometimes the first to sort of hear things, or like I can kind of better foresee where things are going or what people are going to be talking about in the next day or so, just because I'm like, you know, deeply entrenched in everything that happens when it happens. It's interesting to sit in on some of these things and then see what little clips of like what press conference go viral and gain a bunch of traction. Because in my mind, I'm like, oh, that's the clip. That's going to be the part that goes viral. So it's really interesting. But then I don't know. I feel like as deeply entrenched as I am into the whole thing, I also feel like I'm very far removed from a lot of it, because so many of these legacy media outlets have such deep ties with all of these people in Congress and people within the administration. They get like first access to
So they're
a
in the
lot of this
clique,
information. Exactly.
and you're not in the cool kid or the lame kid club, the sellout
Exactly.
club.
Yeah, I'm
And
not in
they
that
all know
club.
what's going on before you guys do. Yeah. Okay.
They
That's
do.
good. Well,
Yeah.
at least you're not that on the inside. I bet back in the day, you know, before the internet, I mean, it must have been like a whole nother level of like, you knew what was going on before everyone else. You know what I mean?
I'm sure. And that's when the news and like the mainstream outlets were probably, you know, relevant and people actually valued and cared about what they had to say because it was their job to get this information and deliver it to the people. But we live in a new age where people can do their own research. They can find this information out on themselves. No one's dependent on these talking heads on the news. And in fact, we've learned that they actually just spread lies and misinformation, to use their own terms. So why do we even need them anymore? There's a reason why their viewership is at a record low. So yeah, I actually love the evolution of the modern day media sphere. I think it's been wonderful, but minus the censorship from us.
Yeah. Do you think that the people now are wise to you and it's going to be hard for you to keep up your slaying of these people that you've been doing? I mean, you got Nancy Pelosi, you got Maxine Waters, and I forget what the name of the Rosa, whatever, that penguin looking lady. What's her name?
Rosa DeLauro.
Yeah, I don't know why her name doesn't go around that much, but I mean, she is quite the character. It's funny, you seem to have the same effect on all of these women for some reason. They just like, I mean, they're so unprofessional. They're like, shut up. Like, be quiet, shut up. I'm just like, oh my God, they're so triggered. Like, I've never seen them really act quite so triggered as when you're around. You really get them going. It's pretty funny.
Well, I think
do you think they're onto you now?
Yeah, I do. I think they're used to getting softball questions all day from the mainstream friendly media outlets. And it's the first time, like, you know, in history, alternative outlets are being let into these spaces that have been traditionally reserved for, you know, the top tier people. So that's new and incredible. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity. But with that, yes, I do think that they're catching on to me. In fact, I will go to some of these pressers and they'll be there and then they'll whisper to someone's ear and point to me and be like, make sure she doesn't come near me. Don't call on her. She's not a good one. Like they're whispering about me behind my ear. And I've actually joked.
Can you wear a disguise? Can you wear a disguise?
That's what I was gonna say. I'm gonna have to disguise myself. I'm gonna get some like purple wig and a septum ring and like some stupid glasses. And then I'm gonna try it again. But the problem is I'm gonna have to also disguise my camera guy because he's pretty recognizable and obviously we have to stick together. So it's a whole ordeal.
What's he look like? Have I seen him before? Did I meet him?
I think you know him. His name's Dylan. He's the tall guy with curly hair and he has a mustache. He says he's talked to you before.
Oh, cool.
His
so what
page
would
is
his
Inverted
disguise be, do you think?
World.
What would could he like look like an Antifa or something, or what would he be a good disguise for him?
I think he's gonna have to go undercover as a liberal woman. I mean, he has a mustache.
Put some fishnets on him. They'll let you right in.
Dress on him.
Yeah.
He won't even need to change his hair. He has like long, got like a kind of a curly fro. So he'll just keep his hair and his mustache and we'll put some makeup on him, of course.
Has he got a mullet or no? Has he grown the mullet out yet?
No, it's not a mullet. It's more of like a...
I can't believe the mullet's actually making a comeback. Can you believe that? I'm like, it wasn't even cool back then. It's like, and now people are like, yeah, like there's the confidence that these people with these mullets have. It's pretty amazing.
How did that happen? I don't even know.
I don't know.
Not when
That's a crazy one
happening.
Yeah, I didn't foresee that. The mustache, I can kind of see it. You know, I was thinking about maybe I might shave off the beard for a minute just so I can do the mustache.
Oh, yeah. You got to do the stash.
Yeah. Well, I did shave the sides. I did that like for my last trip, because the last trip I went on, I'm like every picture of every road trip I ever go on, I like just look the same. So I thought, well, this would be kind of nice just to switch it up a little bit. So I'd be like, oh, that was that one time, you know, it's funny. Yeah. Cece didn't even notice that I had shaved. Like we got all the way up to Northern California. I'm like, anything different? She's like, she totally didn't even know. So funny.
Okay, well, that's your sign to get the mustache. You got to just go for
it. I think she'll get that. She'll definitely get that.
Yeah, she would have to notice that.
Yeah, I got to go with the mustache. I could do the Ian Carroll, but the Ian Carroll's like kind of winning the game with the mustache going on. You know, he's got that big black.
I think you could pull it off. I think it would look good on you.
All right, well, I'll take it from you. So let's have a look at some of these clips, shall we? Well, we can get back into our chats, but let me see if I can do this production situation here. Let's see. So if something goes awry, just give me some leeway here. So I did thing for Veterans Day. Did you ever see that clip of this guy? Were you watching that when I played it?
I missed.
It's like in England. Somehow I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
I can now. Yeah.
Oh.
What happened there? Is it not? We're not going to be able to do it when we. Can you talk now?
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh yeah.
Hi.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
There you are. There might have been a delay or something. Maybe that's what it was. Your mouth wasn't moving. So did we just watch this one? Did we? Is this the one we watched?
Oh yeah, on Nancy Pelosi and her stock trading.
Oh yeah. We watched that one. This one was from earlier. That was like, oh, I played that one earlier. I did want to talk about Mike Lindell a little bit. Let's just talk about Mike because I think it's very important real quick before we do. Like I've been complaining so much about the fact that on the right wing, the people that are supposed to be the so-called capitalists really put very little actual money or financial help into any of the people that are on the right. You got the leftists. There's like plenty of money for the leftists. There's plenty of money for trannies. There's plenty of money to go around. But we are the ones that's supposed to love the free market, but yet there's almost nobody on the right that actually is funding stuff. You know what I'm saying? But then you've got Alex Jones who does do that, and he's launched a lot of people. And I think the only other person who's really like putting money where their mouth is Mike Lindell. He's really got a lot of people out there that and I know he may not be making that much money off these shows, but he keeps it up and he keeps going. And I really want to thank Mike Lindell for that and all the persecution that he's going on. How's he holding up? Do you talk to him personally?
Yeah, God bless Mike Lindell because he's just been such a true fighter throughout this and he has not given up. In fact, he's really lost everything fighting for what he believes in. They've just completely attacked My Pillow. And it's very sad to see that happen because what has he really done that's so criminal? I mean, he dared to question the outcome of an election and now they've just relentlessly attacked him for the last 4 or 5 years. I mean, it's just been so egregious. And yeah, to your point, who's helping these brave few people that are actually standing up and putting their money where their mouth is? Like, we need some help. And I just don't see that happening. But God bless.
Yeah, even when it
giving up.
Even when it comes to just sponsoring the things, let alone having actual networks and all that, and all the money that it goes into that, and all the production that goes into what you do, and camera people, and all the stuff that's not cheap, and Alex Jones has to put up with it too. And it's funny, they're both under these summary judgments now, which they started off with Alex, where they just basically say you're guilty and then just have the jury decide how much money you owe. How much money are they trying to get Mike for now?
I think it's like 5 million or something. I don't know. I can't even.
Is that it?
Because,
I know, Alex. It was like $1 billion, wasn't it? It was $1 billion.
So outrageous.
They tried to get him for $1 trillion.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. They just don't give up is the thing, and they're just relentlessly attacking. And Mike has put forth so much of his own money to the point now where he does need assistance from people. Like, we have fundraisers going all the time because the legal fees, as you know, are not cheap, and they're just going to continue attacking. Which that's also another thing that frustrates me is where is the administration? Like, so many people gave up everything they had for this administration, and like, what's being done in return? Nothing. I mean, we can't even get a promise of secure elections. We're still not even doing, nationwide voter ID required, single day mail-in paper ballots. Like, that would be the least of my expectations, but we're not even seeing that. So what's actually being
Let me just
done?
take another black pill. Tasty. So I know you're as I was, you're a giant Trump supporter in the beginning, at the very least, right? And how do you think Trump's doing right now? Are you happy with what he's doing, or what kind of grade do you give him? What do you think he's doing good, and what do you think he's not doing so good?
Well, I had a feeling you were going to ask me this, so I did make a list that I'm going to reference.
Oh,
but
okay.
I mentioned the massive failure in election security, which to me is number one, because if we don't have free and fair elections, we don't have a country. Trump should know this better than anyone. They stole his election, and we got to get something like, written hardcore in law that secures future elections. Otherwise, we're done. So that's number one, and that's still not happening.
And then free speech, like real quick before you go on, it's like I never understood, when they were banning people during COVID, and everyone was begging Trump to do something about it, and then he literally gets banned himself, like the sitting president gets banned off Twitter. I just never understood with all these executive orders that they do. It's like, why can you not just simply say, if you're a communications company and you're making money off communications in America, you're going to abide by the First Amendment, or you're going to do business elsewhere. Like, how hard is that to do? I mean, is that something that, I just feel like it should be done now. It should have been done then. And it's still not being done. And we're supposed to have free speech on Twitter. But I mean, the other day I said something was demonic, and I asked, and I was getting shadow banned for it. And Grok's like, yeah, to say demonic is now a form of hate speech. And so, me not caring about the algorithm, I said, how demonic is that? I just got I got shadow banned even more. So I just refuse to bow to these algorithms,
Well,
just like in COVID.
Yeah.
Everyone would say the jab. I'm like,
I know. You have to come up with your own language just to bypass censorship. It's so ridiculous.
And it's so gay. Like when people start going the pew-pews or unalived, I'm like, are we children? Like, just take the hit.
I know. We should boycott anyone who actually complies with that nonsense. I don't want to hear your stupid alternative words, your dumb synonyms. I want to hear the real deal, or I don't want to hear you at all. So shut up with that. But to your point, yes, I agree. The censorship issue is massive, and literally what is being done about that. Literally what is being done. I was deplatformed 4 separate times from Instagram. I've never been able to monetize off it. Not that that's like my number one priority, but I do find it appalling that liberals can go on there and use my content to then monetize their platforms, and that's somehow okay.
My content.
But I can't even post a video without getting throttled down. Like, I don't even 30-something thousand followers on Instagram, and sometimes I get like 12 views on a video. Like, okay, obviously that's not right.
And it's also discrimination, because it's like you put in a lot of effort, and it's not for you're not just like, shaking your ass or anything like that. You're actually putting out real content with real point, and putting like your soul into it, like actually putting your life on the line in a way, your reputation on the line for standing up for some of these things. And the other people that do it, on the left, they get funded and they get money. Again, here's this thing where there's just no money on the right. There should be more money on the right, because they know that we get shadow banned and we get removed from these platforms and stuff like that. We should be really having each other's backs a lot harder than we do on the right, and putting our money where our mouth is, because then the same other person who's spending the same amount of time, they're making money, and you're basically using your time and making nothing out of it. So it's like, it's a definitely discriminatory that people eventually, you can only do it so much if you can't make some money doing it, you know what I mean? And you have to you have to dial it back, and you have to get back to your day job.
Exactly. It takes time and it takes effort, and it doesn't just happen, people pour their heart and soul into some of this content making, and it is important. We need to be able to talk about it, but then for us to just be censored and silenced and shut down whenever we dare to go against the, approved algorithms, it's just such a slap in the face, and it should encourage us to try harder. But for many people, unfortunately, it's just, entice them to just give up, because what's the point, right? You can't beat it anymore. So that really pisses me off, especially because Mark Zuckerberg admitted that Biden told him he had to censor any opposing voices. So we know for a fact this was happening. I think YouTube and Google recently came forward and said that they were going to start looking at re-platforming all of the people that were deplatformed, but it's not enough. Like, I want to hear.
I actually did get my YouTube channel back, but I'm afraid to. Yeah, I'm actually afraid to post anything on it, because I have a lot of videos that I want to download, and I haven't got around to downloading. So I haven't actually used it to post anything, because I'm afraid I'll post something and they'll take it away again, and I haven't actually got to to download all these videos. I have a bunch of old videos.
Well,
that I
Matt,
really
you're
want.
not wrong. You're not wrong for being suspicious and skeptical of that, because Lindell TV, which is also attempting to go onto YouTube, has been flagged, I think 3 times now. So we're like at our last chance for getting back on good behavior if we want to keep our account. So it's still an issue.
Yeah.
The censorship is still running rampant, which is why I would also like to take a moment to promote Mike Lindell's very own free speech platform. He actually created an alternative to all of these other ones, because we know even on X, there's censorship, like you were just talking about. The AI telling you certain words are unacceptable. You can't say demonic, apparently. But you can say anything you want over on Vocal. That's VOCL, vocal.com.
Whoa. I didn't know about that.
I know.
When did
no
this
one
come
knows
out?
about it. It's been out
When
for
did this-
a few months, but they're really like locked in hard on it in the last couple of weeks, and it's like finally up and running now. So it's a newer thing, but it's worth checking out. I mean, it's a good alternative. It operates very.
What is the
similar.
interface like? Is it more Instagrammy, more Twittery?
More
is
Twitter.
it, how would you, more
Twitter.
Twittery? Yeah.
Yeah,
I actually enjoy, I enjoy scrolling on Instagram, actually. It's
Yeah, me
unfortunate
too.
that I have a bigger following over on Twitter, because I actually,
know.
I
like
actually
Instagram
enjoy, yeah. I don't know.
But
It
for
just,
some reason,
I
it's
feel like
all
I
ads
get,
now too. It's like all
Oh,
people
Instagram?
promoting. Yeah, is it like that for you, or is that just me?
not so much, but I mean, it is getting to the point to where, I mean, at least 30% of the videos are AI. Like just any either obvious AI or pretending to be real. Like, oh, look at this wave crashing into into South China Sea, and it's just like this obvious AI wave, and it's got like 1 million views, and people are just people like. It's funny to see how many retards there are that actually buy some of this stuff. You're just like, oh my god, dude, that one is obvious. There's other stuff that's a little harder to tell, but it's between that or like fake chicks or like cats that are like doing breakdancing or whatever. It's like, it really is getting pretty crazy, and it really sucks too, because now when I see something that's like really cool, I'm just like, is it even happening? Like, it's like this, wow, that's cool. This guy saved this dog. That's amazing. Or did he? You don't even know anymore.
I know.
It kind of sucks. And then with the music, I'm honestly, I during Halloween, I was trying to play music on YouTube, and I was like, and I was doing Halloween jams, Halloween compilation, this and that. And there was just 1 million knockoff Halloween songs that are sound almost like Michael Jackson doing Thriller, but not quite. And it was just like, I just was almost incapable of finding a real song. And then there's like these old 50s Halloween music. And it's like, and then I'm like, are these real songs from the 50s, or is these just like AI remakes? And I know some of them were, but I think there may have been some that were real. And it sucks, because then you're just like, any music you hear that you've never heard before, you're like, it's AI.
Wow, I did not know that was such a problem. I'm gonna have to be on the lookout
it's
for that
huge.
now.
Wait until Christmas happens, and you'll just hear 1 million fake Christmas songs, and like you'll be like, oh, this is that song, and then you'll realize it's just a cheap knockoff of it. It's super
Which
annoying.
is really messed up, because then the people who create this out of the AI are like making tons of money on their stations, probably just having people listen to the music for extended periods of time. Their view count goes way up, and they then profit off of that. It's all just so messed up.
Look, there's Nancy Pelosi. Look. I don't know. Your face was so hilarious at the end of that clip. You're just like, got her. Let's see this one here. We'll see the Donald Trump one. This is the AI one. Disclaimer: it's not real. As I talk shit about AI, I love this one. It's so hilarious.
Congresswoman, how are your trades now that you can't get insider information? Is it true you've been drinking more vodka lately? Why do your boobs look like sandbags? Is your husband still having an affair with the hammer guy? And why are you dressed like a leprechaun? Have you found your pot of gold yet?
Shut up. I'm 200 fucking years old. You try walking around with a pair of sandbags. And yes, my husband is fucking the hammer guy. That's why I'm drunk.
American people want to know. We still have questions. Thank you.
That was so
Congresswoman,
good.
how are your
So good. The real one was almost that good, I must say. But that was pretty hilarious. How did they got your voice so amazing? Like, because I mean, I know you, and when I heard it, I couldn't even distinguish it. Does it sound like you to you?
It sounds slightly off, but it is very close. The average person probably would not be able to.
I mean, as someone who knows you like personally and has hung out with you, I was like, wow, that sounds just like her. That's crazy.
It is. So
Here's Mike Lindell's deal. Let's see what we got here. Mike Lindell. I thought there was a link in this one. Is there a link? Yeah, there it is. So you can actually go to his website and get all the different things. There's like pillows and everything. Yeah. And towels. And yeah, look at all these things. Because you think of Mike as just the My Pillow guy, but he's got the pillows, he's got the mattress toppers, he's got the beds, he's got the round pillows, he's got energy drinks now.
Yeah, he has energy drinks now.
My Cross. So that's he has his own cross now.
Yes.
Got dog stuff. So you could support Mike Lindell and all he's doing for all these amazing patriots. Because I've been on a few of the other shows, actually. I think Stu Peters' old booking agent has been hitting me up and got me on a few of the other shows. And it's cool, man. Like he's really helping all these people and helping get the word out like no one else is in the movement. So yeah, you got I don't know why we can't see that on this one. Oh, that's a bummer. Let me see if I can show that for a second here.
Does it go to the website?
Yeah, I was going to, but you know what? It's just going to slow things down. On my side, I can see it, but it didn't switch over because for whatever reason, when you share the screen, it won't. It doesn't switch over to the other website with it. So it did on my side. I'll fire that damn producer. There's Nancy again.
Well,
what do we got? Oh, this was funny.
mypillow.com.
Yeah, just check out mypillow.com and then
use
also
promo code DC for even more money off.
What is it?
Promo code DC saves you even more money.
Oh, well, there you go.
And they
promo
really do
code
have
DC, mypillow.com. What
The
do you have the
sheets
physical
wonderful.
MyPillow?
I do have a physical MyPillow. I like the high density one. There's different levels, so I personally like the high density one. And then I must say the sheets, the Giza sheets are incredible. Most people probably don't know that they're sleeping on what I would call a trash bag, just plastic, just recycled plastic, polyester garbage. Mike Lindell has the best sheets. The 100% Giza cotton sheets are incredible. They're so soft.
What is the
They're
thread
organic.
count?
Very
you know?
high. I don't
Very
know.
high, very high.
They're very high and they're very comfortable. So
Do you ever hear
check them
that
out.
thing where they talk about the frequency of the different fabrics and how there's like certain fabrics, cotton and linen are some of the only ones that are actually like complementary to the human frequency, supposedly.
Yes, because
Apparently you
those
can actually
are
pick up.
organic. They're actually like real, like, all of this.
Yeah, but it's not just the
fibers.
chemicals. It's actually like the electromagnetic signature that they put
Yeah,
off too is
it's
like
incredible.
messing up your. Yeah,
Everything
and
is
actually, you know what? Here's another black pill.
There's another one for you.
Yeah. So as I made this little video for the My Pillow, and like I said, for some reason I can't pull up my media assets, and I can't mess. I don't want to mess with it, or it'll drop the stream. But I always wondered with the people call them the lumpy pillows or whatever. I couldn't understand what it was about it and why the patented fill is the way it is. But after watching a few of the videos putting that together, I saw what it was about, and it's basically that you can basically shape the pillow, and because of the individual different size chunks, they kind of hold together into the shape. It's like an aggregate, almost like you would do it when you put a road down. You would have the smaller stones and the bigger stones to kind of lock in together. So and then the way it does the error and everything. But I would say everybody should really help Mike Lindell and help him get these amazing patriots and get this good word out. Can you introduce this clip for us with this freak? Another triggered whack job. God, she is the biggest freak.
I think this was on the same day that I went to go talk to Maxine Waters, which the Maxine Waters clip probably performed better, but this was also an important one because, I heard her talking about the COVID vaccine and how the government shutdown was going to prevent people from being able to go get their booster.
Are you a scientist? Are you a scientist?
She's like, I had cancer. So, okay, you had cancer. It's probably from the shot, dummy.
Probably. You've gotten like 8 boosters now. So what did you expect?
I don't think I want to take health advice from this thing.
No, I don't
What
think
a
so either.
weirdo. God. What is her deal? Like I don't even know what she does. It's just, she's just like a living meme. Like what is her I mean, other than being a leftist whack job, like, is she like all about LGBT or what's her main thrust?
Yeah,
Does she
she's
have
just like her main thrust? She is just every radical progressive thing you can imagine. She's actually one of the top Democrats in the House as far as like appropriations are concerned. So like she's like the go-to one. She's one of the top leaders in the House. It's weird. I've never heard of her until, you know, she kind of.
I know if it wasn't for her look, no one would know who she was at all. Like no one says her name. It's really weird. What's her name again?
Her name is Rosa DeLauro. I think she's from Connecticut. She's from one of these East Coast states, and she's as radical and progressive as they come. She's just completely far left.
All right. So what do we got in this? Shall I just play the clip, or you want to intro it?
Well, yeah, I walked it over. This was right after I talked to Maxine Waters. I meandered over here and I'm like, oh, I got to talk to this one. I had never talked to her before in my life.
This one.
This one. This is obviously my next target.
This troll.
So I literally walked by and she's like, the Republicans are gonna get the government shut down and then the American people won't be able to get their COVID shots. And I'm like, did I just hear this correctly? What?
Like that's her number one concern. Like
That's
forget food stamps or Medi-Cal or anything like this. Like, why we need our COVID shots? Wow, what a whack job.
That's what I walked up to. So I forget how
let's
hear.
hear.
But let's watch.
Let's watch the clip. It's pretty good. Yeah, I love the way she's like, "You a scientist."
The Secretary of Health and Human Services, who does not believe in vaccines.
Do you think the COVID vaccine?
And so that what he would do is to really.
Oh, wait, is this the beginning?
Make it. We got the Secretary of Health and Human Services, who does not believe in vaccines.
Do you think the COVID vaccine?
And so that what he would do is to really make it more difficult for people to be able to fight back on these diseases, whatever the nature of the next pandemic will be.
Do you think the COVID vaccines are still necessary, even though they've been shown to do more harm than good?
Well, I don't know that they've shown to do more harm than good. I don't know where you get your
Senator Ron Johnson has done a lot of great work.
Oh my God, Senator Ron Johnson and he and the Secretary of Health and Human Services ought to go find some other job to do, because we saved millions of lives with vaccines. And
it doesn't even stop transmission.
You know, my friend, are you a scientist? Are you a medical professional?
I think so.
Tell me this. Are you a scientist?
I am
Are you
not
a medical professional?
No.
Are you a researcher?
The so-called
experts. Then stop talking about this, because you are no expert.
The so-called
Nor are the
experts
people that you're
failed
quoting.
the American people.
Listen, nor are you talking about people who are experts. Secretary Kennedy hasn't got a shred of medical knowledge. In fact, he's a quack. And others who speak out on these issues know not of what they speak. I'll listen to the medical profession, because I am not a doctor. I am not a researcher. I am a survivor of ovarian cancer. I know what biomedical research can do, and I put my faith and trust in the medical profession to do it, and not people who don't know what the hell they're talking about. Thank you.
Thank you, Congresswoman.
Oh, you're thank you, Congresswoman. What animal do you think she looks like the most? What would you say she is her spirit animal?
Oh my gosh, that's a hard question. I
A
just
turkey
think she looks like
vulture?
a witch. Like I thought she cast a spell on me after that. Like
Yeah.
she looks like she needs to ride off on a broomstick.
She looks like a vulture, like, you know, like I forget what show that is. And there's like the vultures that sit around, like the way her shoulders are up. She's like,
Yeah, that's a good one. I
Yeah.
see that.
she is. It's hard to believe that that's a real person, let alone like that's like a person that's like actually in charge of stuff. It's like, wow.
It's terrifying.
You put the three of them together. You got Mad Max, you got her, and then you got Pelosi, and it's just like, who are these people? Do you think they might be demonically possessed, or do you think they're just
yeah.
like?
I do.
Yeah.
I actually do. I'll tell you that day that was the day that I got Maxine Waters and her, and I actually saw Nancy Pelosi there, but I was gonna go up to her, but I like felt this like very demonic presence around her that actually like put me off a little bit, and I'm like, I don't think I can do this. Like, it just really disturbed me. I can't really explain.
That's
it
hate
much more
speech.
than that. Yeah,
It's actually hate speech.
Ban me forever. Censor this, please.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I really feel like there is an evil presence amongst all of them. And obviously they don't want to have a conversation. I mean, if they're so hardcore about their beliefs and they're, you know, so tried and true to the medical establishment, then you'd think they'd want to, like, you know, talk to me more and put me in my place. But they just want to shut me down. They don't want to actually.
It seems to be the common thing is just shut up or be quiet. And it's like so funny. Imagine if it was like, you know, a man saying that to them as a woman. And there was some woman like, shut up, woman. Be quiet, woman. You know, and they're just supposed to be all like for like, yeah, they're supposed to be like all for women power. There's you with the microphone,
right,
risen up above the glass ceiling. And like, shut up. They're trying to shut you down. I thought it was funny you sent this. Where's that one where Nancy Pelosi? Did we even do the? Oh, we got to do the real Nancy Pelosi one. But because you point out the fact that she was involved with the J6 thing, right? Tell me a little bit about that, and then how she basically admitted to it in the car on the other clip you sent me.
Yeah, she obviously, you know, was there on January 6th. She had the option to deploy the National Guard. Trump had asked for it numerous days in advance. In fact, I spoke with Stephen Sun, who was the former Capitol Police Chief, who was present during that time. And he had made numerous requests. I forget how many now, but I think it was either 7 or 14. I can't remember, something like that. 7 or 14.
Yeah, and she admitted it. She's like, it was my, I was at fault, or it was my responsibility, right?
Well, she's on documented video saying, "Oh, this is a disaster. This is all my fault. I should have called in the National Guard." Which, for some reason, her daughter's there filming her on January 6th for a
just so happened to be there. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're in the middle of an insurrection, how do you have time to make a documentary? That is beyond me to this day. But the bottom line is, she did not, you know, call them in. She refused the National Guard. It's a question we've all been wondering since January 6th. And I don't think it was wrong of me to ask that, considering she's literally on video admitting she should have done it. So,
yeah. I thought this was funny. You sent me this clip where is it Morning Joe? Is it that what it is?
Oh, yeah, Morning Joe.
It's funny watching them get triggered.
Yeah, they were so triggered. That was just an epic rant. They just went on for like 10 minutes. It's so long, but they are so perturbed that Mike Lindell has a media outlet and that I dare ask the legendary Nancy Pelosi such a question.
How dare you? I mean, you would think after all this time, she would be able to deal with a question a little bit more professionally than just shut up. Shut up. Like, you're a politician. Like, use your words. Use your words. Like, you know, it's like, shut up. That's the best you can do.
I think she's actually scared. She must really be scared that she's going to be investigated, which I know that sounds maybe idiotically optimistic because we haven't seen
any
arrests
grab one of my white pills.
There you go. We can counteract all the black pills with a white pill.
My popcorn's already stale, you know. Like, I always post this meme. It's like one kernel of popcorn going, and everyone's like, "Dude, it's happening! It's happening!" I'm like,
yeah. Oh my gosh, I know. I hope it does, but I mean, she did seem pretty triggered when I asked her that, so maybe something's coming. I don't know. We'll see.
I just think you made her quit. I think that's what really happened. I think everybody else is trying to take your thunder here, because I mean, she's been in politics for 500 billion years, since the time of the dinosaurs, and then you come up to her and within a week or two she's like quitting. She's like, I can't take this anymore.
If I had any part in that whatsoever, I am ever so grateful. Though I don't know if the alternative is much better, by the way.
Well, I mean, during my Hail Fauci rant, the guy that I was ranting, he ended up stepping down, and then I had another rant, and then one of the other people that was there, Nora Vargas, I was telling her Tom Homan was going to be coming for her, and she stepped down in a week after that rant. So I don't know. Sometimes you just
I like this trend.
Yeah, might maybe just push them over the edge. Like they just can't take it. They're like, oh, I gotta get out while the getting's good. She's got to go take another vodka. Anyway, so let's watch this. Let's watch the meltdown.
Are you liable for that day? Why did you refuse the National Guard on January 6th?
Shut up. I did not refuse the National Guard. The president didn't send it. Why are you coming here with Republican talking points as if you're a serious journalist?
The American people want to know. We still have questions. Thank you.
We have questions.
Nancy Pelosi.
They put the smile in there. That's
The
good.
American people want to know what the American people know.
We want to know
the American people
why,
know that
Yeah.
what the American people want to know why so many people are too stupid to know the truth. That's what the American people want to know. Like
Who's
they're
that?
fed disinformation by Lindell Network and by all these other
Like
right-wing
That's our
networks.
job.
Media.
Like this lie, like that it was
Pillow media.
Nancy, January 6th, Nancy Pelosi refused to get national. No, that's a lie. But it's amazing, Mika, how these lies become truth. In part, they become truth because more Democrats don't do what Nancy Pelosi just did right there. The lies are everywhere. On the far right, and they're all around January 6th. The lies continue. They try to do investigations where there are lies. We're going to see the president talking about investigating the investigators again after they spent years with John Durham doing the same thing, spending
this
millions
is our
and
job.
millions of taxpayers.
Is there a
Again,
better part coming up, or
pursuing
are we at the good part?
Pursuing lies. And yet,
that's
this
the
is
gist
the
of it.
American people. No, the American people know.
What's that?
That's the gist of it. They just went on.
That's
forever.
the gist. I did want to get, just in case people didn't see it, I know I have it in here somewhere. The actual clip of Nancy in the car. So if I see it when I cruise along here, I made the Allison folder before the show. That's how I do it.
That's cool. I like that.
Oh.
I like how you do this.
Let's watch the Mad Maxine one while we're here, because I just can't believe you. Like, oh man, you got a hit list. Who's next on your hit list? AOC?
Yeah, I got to get
Or-
AOC, Jasmine Crockett, and Ilhan Omar is actually probably
Oh,
I gotta get her.
Elon. What do you already got like in the bag? You know what you're gonna hit them up with? Do you like pre-decide like if I
have
run into
some-
this person, I'm gonna.
I do have a running list of questions for each individual that I continually add to as things come out.
We'll keep them secret because we don't want them getting any opposition research.
I can't let any of that information out currently.
Oh man, I want to know. I gotta tune in. You gotta wait.
You'll
I mean, how
find
many?
out soon enough.
These are getting like millions of views. These things are going huge. I can't believe it. Let's see. Here, let's.
Do Democrats want to prioritize?
I thought that was you talking to me there for a second. It's you in the clip. I can't tell which
This feels
Allison.
like an eternity ago. I just want to say this feels like an eternity ago, even though it was only a month ago, because this is right before the government shut down. This is like when it was going to shut down, when we were hearing all about that they wanted healthcare for illegals. So I was like, oh, well, I got to ask them about this. Like, this is just the obvious question. I didn't even think it was an egregious question because that's just what they said they wanted. But apparently it was. And then later after this, they all got on the same page and, came up with their talking points that they then all began to spew. But before that,
Because of you exposing that flaw in their argument.
I think so. I would like to
They
take
circle
credit
the
for
wagons.
that. Yes.
Some more people are going to step down. Real quick, if anybody's watching, I know there's like 1,000 or so people, but if you push the share button and reshare it on your page, we'll get some extra people and it will give me some more eyeballs and Allison some more eyeballs after she took some time out of her very busy schedule to bless us with her beautiful presence. So please share. All right. And then so this one was about the illegal aliens. Yeah, I remember this one. Okay, let's watch this one here.
Do Democrats want to prioritize the health care of illegal aliens over a government shutdown? Because if
Shut up!
it does shut down, American
Excuse
employees are gonna
me,
be furloughed.
stop it right there. We're not prioritizing what
Again,
we're doing. Is
they all
saying
just tell you to
simply
shut up.
We want to keep.
I know.
Stop. Shut up.
They all interrupt
Be quiet.
me.
They just can't even answer a question without telling you to shut up first. They can't be like, well, look, here's what happened. It's like, shut up. It's crazy. You have the same
government
effect on
open,
them all.
And we want to work with the Republicans and have a bipartisan agreement to keep this government open. And healthcare is at the top of our agenda.
But are Democrats demanding health care for illegal aliens?
Democrats are demanding health care for everybody. We want to save lives. We want to make sure that health care is available to those who would die, but having the help of their government.
So you're good with the government shutdown, even if it means giving health care to people who aren't American citizens?
Well, that's what you're pushing on. What you're trying to do is you're standing here and you're trying to make me say that somehow we're going to put non-citizens over Americans. Quit it. Stop it. This is the kind of journalism we don't need.
No, I'm just
You are
asking
divisive.
questions.
No, you're not.
Yeah, no, that's
You're being divisive. No, please. You don't need to ask that question. You're just trying to get controversy here. You're not going to get it from me. We want to save health care for all people. Thank you.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Appreciate it.
Again, they all respond exactly the same. Be quiet. Shut up. You can't answer that question. It's like, dude, is this your first time? I mean, just get better talking points, or at least look, here's the thing. We need to make sure it's funded because, people are going to get sick. And yes, some illegal aliens are going to get funded, whatever. It's not our main thing. But instead, they just shut up, be quiet. And if it's like, it's divisive. Like the Democrats have never engaged in any kind of divisive rhetoric. I mean, it's so freaking crazy that you have the exact, it's almost like they're all possessed by the same demon. Maybe they're all like fractals of the same like old witch demon, because they all seem like they have the same exact personality when they come into your presence.
Yeah,
into the presence.
Certainly a possibility. I don't know. I'm like, these people actually scare me. I actually get like anxiety before I have to go up and talk to them, but I know it also has to be done. And I'm like the only one asking. I'm really not trying to be that controversial. It's not like, oh, I'm just going to go out there and ask the most ridiculous question.
Why are you so amazing? Because Senator, can you tell us why you're so incredible? It's like, dude, you're going to get asked questions. I mean, they're constantly trying to ask Trump shitty questions. But it's like, oh, if you ask them any question, they should just be able to turn around and tell you why they think what they're doing is right. It's like they could say, look, we have to save all people. People are going to get sick, and it's better for us if we just pay for the healthcare now. If they get in a catastrophic situation, we're going to end up paying for it later, or have some prepackaged excuse if someone points out the obvious flaw in your argument. It's so crazy. And so here's Nancy, who said, shut up. I never said that. And here she is. Just read them and weep, Nancy. That's why she quit right here. This is why she quit. She couldn't take it.
We did not have any accountability for what was going on there, and we should have. Why weren't the National Guard there to begin with? They clearly didn't know, and I take responsibility for not having them. Just prepare for more. We did not have any accountability for what was going on there, and we should have. Why weren't the National Guard there to begin with? They clearly didn't know, and I take responsibility for.
And I take responsibility. Let's just have one more time. Who takes responsibility?
Responsibility for not having them. Just prepare for more.
Okay, and then you ask her the very same question, and then she tells you to shut up, and then she says you're lying, and it's a talking point.
My only regret from that interaction was not saying you're on video admitting it. I should have said that, but I was just so frazzled and bewildered. It's so funny because every time one of these videos pops off, people are like, why didn't you push back? Why didn't you ask this, that? And I'm like, dude, you have like 2 seconds, and then they obviously
plus there's the adrenaline going, and there's people rolling around. It's like, says the people who do nothing ever.
Oh, I'm also scared that I'm like actively being plotted against, and that they're gonna take me away and forever ban me from the steps of the Capitol again. So like, I feel like I have to just be really careful, and I don't want to be obnoxious either. Like, I want to still be able to go up to them and ask these questions without them completely canceling me, which I do fear happening. So there's hindsight's always 20/20. Maybe I'll see her again before she's done, and I'll ask her again.
How do you walk that line? Like, who would be the person that would be able to ban you? Like, how do you manage to stay in under what guys, and then how can they get rid of you? And I mean, obviously, like having Trump in is at least in your favor that way, right?
So it's different at the White House. I primarily cover the Capitol. At the White House, the alternative media is more favorable there, and there's oddly enough not quite as many restrictions as there are in the Capitol. But in the Capitol, we're really starting to experience a lot of pushback because there's this group that oversees the media within Congress, and every day I feel like I'm getting in trouble now. They'll call us up and be like, "Oh, you broke this rule in this hallway," and every time there's like a new rule and a new like crevice of the Capitol, and I just feel like they are ever changing and evolving depending on what it is I'm doing. And then I go see like a video the next day and someone's doing the exact same thing, but apparently it's okay for them but not me. So I'm just like, what rule am I going to break today? I have no idea.
I don't know. I think there's something specific about you. You're like the complete like polar opposite of these like demonic old hags. You're just like sparkling and beautiful. They're just like, no. They're like the Wicked Witch of the West when you come into their presence. It's pretty hilarious. So this is your new boyfriend, huh, Hakeem?
Yeah, we're having a good time lately. Although I don't know if he's ever going to call on me again either, but I've been having fun while I've had the opportunity. He has oddly called on me a number of times. Lately, I've been having to chase him down in the hallway when he leaves these pressers, but this was like the last time he called on me like a couple weeks ago.
So what's this one clip about? I think I saw it, but I forget.
This one is about when we were in the height of the government shutdown, and we kept hearing that Democrats have this $1.5 trillion spending package they're trying to get through, and this is why they're keeping the government closed down. It includes healthcare for illegals. It also includes ridiculous things like circumcisions in Zimbabwe and LGBT efforts in the Baltic. I don't even remember, but it's this whole ridiculous list of these.
That's what drives me crazy because, yeah, and that's how they get the votes. It's like I was saying earlier, when they pass these giant bills, they just end up tacking on. And people are like, well, I'm not voting. We're like, well, why aren't you voting? What do you want to do in your state? It's like, oh, I was thinking about putting in this, Pride Promenade, LGBTQ little park. And I think we get some funding for that. We can make that happen. I'm like, all right, okay, then they sign on. Then they just make more and more deals with everybody. Everyone gets their weird little pet project. And then the next thing you know, we just get fucked the whole time. It's like we get nothing and they just get every little bullshit project and blow all our money. It really sucks. Like I want money completely out of politics.
Yeah.
And I actually have an idea of how to do it, because they're never going to vote for it because obviously they want the money.
Right.
But if we were actually to incentivize somehow these politicians to get money through possibly doing the economy good, like let's say if the economy grew a certain amount, they would get a percentage of that. Or if the GDP or if the national debt went down a certain amount, they would get a percentage of that.
That's a really
so you
good
could
idea.
say,
I love that.
yeah, and then we could then actually make it to where it's a little bit more than they're getting now on an average year. And so they would actually be like, oh yeah, I want to vote for this because they're going to make more money doing it. But I mean, because you talk about AIPAC or you talk about Qatar or all these people and everybody, or like George Soros money, but then Muriel Edelson money, that's okay. But it's like all of this money, like if people are going to spend billions of dollars or they're getting something out of it, you think they just are spending this money out of the kindness of their heart? So it's like literally just buying our politics. And so we're supposed to be voting one man, one vote, one woman, one vote. And these people basically get 1 trillion votes because they have $1 trillion. And it's like, we're like, hey, what about us? And they're like, no, this guy over here just gave me $100 million. So I gotta bro them out, make their little deals for them. Yeah. So it's like, if you added it up, and then there could also be like a public sentiment quotient. So let's say if 75% of the people are happy, then that would be the multiplier of like your salary. So let's say you get $100,000 a year times whatever it is for 75%, 100%, 40%. If you have like a 30% ratio, then your paycheck goes down. But actually make it to where they can actually make higher money if the economy does well, if the national debt goes down and people are happy. So, and then just completely outlaw all money completely, except for maybe, $100 donation, individual donations, not PACs, individual humans donating to individual people.
I really love this idea.
That's what really needs to happen. So anyway, let's see what Hakeem has to say. What was this one about again?
Pet projects overseas.
Oh yeah, okay.
Can you just speak to some of the programs that Democrats want funding for in the $1.5 trillion list of demands? We've heard things like $13.4 million for civic engagement in Zimbabwe, $3.9 million for LGBTQ democracy grants in the Balkans, things like this. You guys say this is about saving healthcare, but how do these pet projects fit
Yeah, we have
in?
no idea what you're talking about or what Republican extremists fed you those talking points. But the reality is what we are doing is defending the health care of the American people. Yeah, we do want to restore the fact that the largest cut to Medicaid in American history has been visited upon the American people by Donald Trump and Republicans, even though they promised to love and cherish Medicaid. But instead of doing that, they cut about $1 trillion from Medicaid. And as a result of that fact, hospitals, nursing homes, and community-based health centers are closing all across the country, including in Republican states like Georgia, like Alabama, and Republican states all across the country. And Republicans have visited the largest cut to Medicaid in American history on their own people. That's what we want to restore. We want to avoid the fact that because of what Republicans did in their one big ugly bill, what they did.
Do you ever rebut him?
Trigger the possibility of a $536 billion cut to Medicare.
Or does he just
he just keeps going on and on because he can never answer a question. He just deflects.
Yeah, that was the biggest deflection. You're like, what about this, that, and the other? It's like, no, we're doing this, and completely ignores it. At least he didn't tell you to shut up, so you got that. But everything's like, anytime you ask him a question like, that's a Republican talking point. It's like, yeah, I'm talking it right now, and you're supposed to have a response to it. But they don't. They just switch gears and just tell you some other bullshit. But he's actually more professional than Nancy Pelosi. I'll give him that.
Well, he's
Must be
more
the
professional, but he just says the same thing every time. Like he has like a list of 5 different things he says, and he's guaranteed to touch on it every time, regardless of what the question is. It could be something Trump could have the cure for
Equity,
cancer, and he could say
inclusion,
that.
climate change, diversity, renewable, blah blah blah. Like that's what the local politicians do here. You know.
Yeah,
it's out of control. Like San Diego's gotten so bad, like since you left.
Oh,
like
I've seen some of your videos. It's devastating.
oh
It
man,
breaks
it's
my heart.
painful. Oh man, this parking thing is just gone out of control, and it's like now they're making all this money off these parking meters, and they charge whatever they want. And this is another point I was thinking about. Like, you know, like during COVID, like we fought back, you and me specifically, and you know, some other great people. And then, you know, we got some of our freedom back. So, you know, we feel like maybe we had a little bit of a victory there, but because Anthony Fauci is still a free man and still above ground, and so is Bill Gates. And a lot of these politicians, because I think like when the people were rising up during COVID, I think when that first happened, like they had never seen the public get that mad before, you know, and it was like January 6th and then all these different things. But in a way, I almost feel like it backfired not only on them, but on us, because now they go, we've seen these people as pissed off as we can possibly get them, and they still didn't do shit. You know, people talk about, people in England, they'll take anything because they don't have the Second Amendment. We've got the Second Amendment here. It's like, but you believe the election was stolen. You believe they're forcibly injecting you with a murder drug. And you believe they're shutting down your businesses and stealing all the money from the private sector and sending it to Amazon and their other cronies. But nobody did a fucking thing. And I'm not calling for violence, but I'm just saying now they know, like, because when they did this parking meter in Balboa Park Balboa Park, you always used to go whenever people came in town. I'm like, just go to Balboa Park. It's free. You can just go. Now they want to make money off people visiting Balboa Park. So we went down there and we fought against that. And there was 102 people in person that were against it. There was grannies, there was bridge players, there was students, there was every person from all different walk of life. There was 2 plant people like, I think it's a good idea. And then they went to the phone calls, and it was about the same amount. It was like 104 to 2. So there's a total of 4 people that were for let's charge ourselves money to go to our park. That's our park that's been free forever. And 204 people against it. And they just passed it. And then right after they passed it, they went, no, how about parking around Balboa Park. Should we pass that too? And everyone's like, no. And they're like, and it passes. And so now they know it doesn't matter how pissed off the people get.
No,
They're just
it
like, you aren't
doesn't.
going to do anything.
In fact, you're disincentivized to get pissed off because, as we saw on January 6th, the left has no problem jailing their political opponents. They have no problem throwing innocent Americans into a gulag for 4 years, and they can get away with it, and nothing will be done, as we're seeing in the current administration.
Yeah.
I mean, thank God.
And then
Trump
we go to
pardoned them,
jail,
but, like,
and then we get out. Nothing ever happens to them. Nothing ever happens. So, like,
exactly.
what is going on? I had some people like, oh, well, why doesn't she ever call out Trump, or why doesn't she ever do this? I mean, you went viral calling out Trump over the vaccine. I tried to find that video. I couldn't find it. I remember Alex Jones played it. He's like, now this woman right here, she, you can just tell by looking at her. He's like, you were awfully cute in that particular video. But yeah, you were calling out Trump, and you've called him out over the AI thing, and you've called him out over the vaccine. And people think, oh, she won't call out the right, but you do. That's not who Allison is. She's all over the map with this stuff. But what do you think about the Epstein thing? Was that like too much to handle? That kind of was like ultimate black pill after fighting for Trump and fighting for this stuff for so long, and like, we're going to get the Epstein files, and Bongino's going to get the Epstein files, and we're going to do it. We're going to Patel, we're going to do it. We're going to go. And then it's like, they just get in like, there isn't it. What do you mean? What are you talking? And then Trump's like, we're still talking about the Epstein files. Like, how did that feel to you?
It felt, again, like a huge slap in the face, because I believe he promised us that would be looked into when we still have questions about it and we're interrogating him about it. Nothing happens. Then we get this ridiculous phase 1 initial release with the stupid binders and the, influencers showing up to the White House. What's phase 2? Where's Pam Bondi? What is even happening? This is the biggest disaster, PR nightmare in American history. And now it's so bad that the Democrats are actually capitalizing on it now. And
which is also ridiculous, because it's like, you were in power all this time. Like, you could have released them too, but you didn't. It's
exactly. But
it's
the biggest upset of it all is that he actually smeared MAGA in that. He said, I don't need MAGA, screw MAGA, basically, for continuing to ask this and continuing to bring this up. Are we still talking about Epstein? Yeah, of course we're still talking about him. We want answers, and we want to know what happened. So I believe you promised that we would, and the fact that we still don't have anything to this day is infuriating, to say the least. Another thing that infuriates me while I'm talking is the fact that Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg were invited to the White House for some friendly dinner. Why are they sitting at a table next to Trump for dinner when they should be behind prison bars? That might be the biggest upset of all. So what are we doing here? Why are we wasting time? We don't have a lot of it. We should really be using this time wisely and jailing our political opponents instead of just, inviting them over for a friendly dinner. That seems very odd to me.
Yeah, like Harrison Smith has some points that I was. Oh, what happened? You can't hear me? No? You can't hear me? Uh-oh. You talk then. Keep talking.
Still can't hear you. Well, I guess we lost Matt momentarily. I don't know if I'm now hosting this show, but we do hope that he gets his audio back up and running shortly. I'm sure he will. These producers these days, they don't really, they don't know how to do their job. It's because, there's such a shortage of good, hardworking people.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
I still can't hear you. You got to fire your producer, Matt. This guy.
Yes, the mic is going.
I still can't hear Matt. I know. It's hard to get good help these days.
How about now? No?
Matt is still working out his audio.
Still no?
But no, I still can't hear you. Maybe I'm the problem.
How about now?
We're having some serious issues here. It's because we're talking crap about Bill Gates right now and Mark Zuckerberg. That's it. They're listening to us and they want to censor us. Yet again, the only way they know how. So they're just going to stop the stream from working. Of course, this shouldn't surprise anyone. What are the odds that this would happen right when I bring up Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg? I mean,
it says my mic's on. It says
I still can't hear you.
Oh my God. Oh man, this sucks.
I guess calling for the imprisonment of Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates really did a number on us this time. I'm going to be banned for the rest of eternity. My Instagram's going to be deleted by the time this is over. But it's true, though. You know, I stand by what I said. They're, you know,
How about now? Can you hear me?
going to make me back
No?
down. I still can't hear you.
I switched to another mic. No?
Oh, wait.
All
My
right.
producer here is in the background. He says he can hear you. Maybe it's me.
Oh. So
Can you
Allison, oh, she's working for Mossad, guys. She got the call. She shut it down. Shut it down.
Do you want me to log out and log back in?
I don't know. Your producer says that you can hear it. Okay. Well, I don't know, guys. I just assumed that the mic went out. It was working for me. I thought I was okay. I could check on my feed here real quick. And if not, you know, I really appreciate her coming on. She basically told me she had about an hour, so we went long anyway. What an awesome person. Allison, we used to have so much fun when she was out here in San Diego back in the day. And let me see. I just want to see if it's on my page here, if I'm actually saying anything here. So much fun when she was out here in San Diego. Yeah, I can hear myself. I can hear myself. So let's bring her back in. Hello, Allison.
Hello, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Oh, wow.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Wow. I switched because then you made me switch to my crappy mic. How's my mic sound now? Because I'm on the computer mic now because I thought there was a problem.
Oh, it sounds pretty good. It's not bad at all, in fact.
Let me see if I can switch. I'm afraid now. No.
I'm afraid too.
Oh God. You still hear me?
I can still hear you.
Woo! Look at that. I did it. So It wasn't me. You're a producer. I'm doing this by myself and you're flailing over.
My producer is getting axed after this. Don't worry.
You have a producer. Even for this.
I do not have a
special.
producer. I do
You
not
don't?
have a producer. I'm joking.
Oh, that was. But you said you could. Someone said they could hear it.
My husband is my producer. He's in
Oh.
the background. He's like,
Have him
"I
say
can
hi."
hear."
Have him say hi. Where's he at?
Have him say hi.
Bring him
The
out.
cat says hi. This is
Oh, that's your
Roscoe.
producer?
My
Whoa! Is that one of
producer.
those crazy cat? What are those type of
A
cats?
Maine Coon. It's a Maine Coon.
Oh,
He's
you racist! Oh
humongous.
my God, that is beautiful.
He's really.
We got to
nice.
close the stream with that so we can because I usually whatever the last
Okay,
picture is.
There's one more though. You might want us to close it with this one.
Bring back the other one. Bring back the other one. Oh my God, that one's creepy. That looks like that Rose chick. That's the one cat there.
That's
You're
Amber
like-
Rose.
Yeah, you're like
Oh,
the
no.
coon. You're like the coon hound or whatever, the coon cat, and compared to the other one. That's what the
funny
dynamic
thing
is right there.
well,
Look,
that-
we got a. Go ahead.
That cat, the Amber Rose cat, is named Ramses, like, you know, Pharaoh Ramses. And we actually called him for a long period of time when Vivek was the thing. We called him Vivek Ramseswamy, and then we just started calling him Vivek for short.
Oh, I'm sure he loves that. Oh, you have
He's
met
really
my
nice,
cat, Vivek. I don't know. I
is
like
Vivek.
the other one. The other one is beautiful.
Okay, bring Roscoe back. Matt wants to see Roscoe.
I want to see Roscoe before when we say goodbye. I want Roscoe because that will be the last. That will be the picture that will go on the stream.
Okay.
Whatever the last frame is, I think is the one that ends up being the thumbnail, which is really dumb.
We'll
You should
put
be the other way
Roscoe.
around, but
Yeah, that is
yeah.
weird.
So this is you got Chuck Schumer here, another Allison's greatest hits.
Oh yeah, hold on. Chucky was another one that interrupted me
Irrespective
and told me to
of the
stop.
dispute on whether USDA contingent.
What's that? I'm sorry.
So Chucky was another one that interrupted me and said that I wasn't allowed to continue on because I was asking about I think it was about SNAP funding because as we know, when the government shut down, there is no more funding for SNAP, and so they wanted to dig into this contingency fund to continue funding SNAP throughout the shutdown. but the contingency fund wasn't even enough to fund SNAP for even a month. It would have lasted like 2 weeks at best. So I asked him about this, and he very rudely interrupted me. Take a listen.
Yeah, let's do that.
Irrespective of the dispute on whether USDA contingency funds can be used for SNAP benefits.
It is not, wait a minute, excuse me. It is not a dispute. It is fact they can use it, and the Republicans say it.
Okay, but there's, only 5 or 6 billion, and SNAP costs $8 billion monthly just to administer. I mean, if anything, it would only last.
It does not cost 5 or 6 billion to administer. There's enough money to start feeding people right away. 6 billion's a lot of money, and they're using it for other things. 20 billion for Argentina, hundreds of millions for Kristi Noem's plane. Who are we kidding here? The bottom line is they can fund it just as in 2019, just as in other shutdowns for a long period of time.
And they also, if
Go ahead.
the contingency fund, which is $6 billion, which gets you nearly a month, 3 weeks, runs out, then they can pass Senator Lujan or Senator Hawley's bill, both of which we support. We know that there'll be 60 votes for that. Why aren't they calling it up? They're not calling it up because the House isn't here to pass it. That's the way it works. The House would have to come here. They probably would have to vote on the Epstein files, but they're choosing to let kids go hungry instead of having to vote on the Epstein files. There's no doubt about it. They have been out for 6 weeks on vacation.
Just think, if they have all this money for Argentina and all this money for other things, they have enough money to keep funding SNAP, and they know it. And I just want to say what Lujan said. Johnson just lies. He lied about on immigration, on the undocumented. He's lying about this. He just outright lies, plain and simple. It is not illegal, and his own president has done it.
Yeah, I couldn't quite understand why the Supreme Court got involved in that one. That was a weird one. Where it's like, well, Trump was trying to block the funds. The Supreme Court was okay with it, but they weren't okay. But yeah, it's like, it's not going to change anything if they can just fund it for a few weeks, right?
Yeah, and that's ultimately what the Supreme Court ruled, is that they do have to fund it. You could dig into the contingency fund, but again, it doesn't solve the problem because it only resolves it for a couple weeks. There's $6 billion in the contingency fund, and it costs like 9.8 to fund SNAP. So it's stupid. It's a Band-Aid solution that doesn't fix the problem long term. And ultimately, the reason why Thune wouldn't bring the other bills to the floor to fund SNAP throughout a government shutdown is because the solution is so easy. Vote to pass the clean CR and just reopen the government. It's that simple, but they just wouldn't do it. So there you go.
Oh, you got 11. There's Chuck Schumer. What a piece of work. Look, he looks like the Rose one too. They're like from the same clone factory. It could be his sister. God, he's another like freaking Skexy looking motherfucker. Let's see what else. Let's see if we got any other clips. I appreciate you coming on so long, and I haven't seen you in I really wish I could have caught up with you when I was out in DC there. But what were you doing during that? Did you cover the? Were you there?
When were you here?
It was with the inauguration. I came out for the inauguration, and I was at the DC Gulag and all that.
That's right. That's
Remember?
right. That was right before I got this job, and I don't know what I was doing, but I really wish I could have seen you. You need to come back out here.
Yeah, I think I want to come out in the summer next time. I almost died of freaking exposure last time I was out there. It was crazy.
Oh, because of the cold?
Yeah, I was out at like 3:00 in the morning, and Ashley Babbitt's mom, Mickey, was there, and they were going to give me a ride, and then something happened, and then my phone died. And it was like 2:00 in the morning, and everyone had left. And it was like, I forget what temperature it was. And because the city was blocked off with all those, the cages that they had up and everything for the security fencing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like none of the Uber drivers could get to me. And they kept saying, oh, your Uber driver will be here in 20 minutes. And luckily I actually had this battery pack with me, but it was so cold that the battery pack wouldn't actually charge my phone. So I had to put the battery pack like in my shirt to warm up the battery pack to then charge my phone. And then after like the 5th Uber, finally one came and picked me up. But yeah, I was asked out like in the middle of nowhere, like just out by the DC Gulag, and everyone had gone home, and I was freezing. Yeah.
Oh my
and
gosh, I'm so sorry.
yeah.
Terrible.
And they had
that's
closed.
Traumatizing.
Yeah, it was. But I just want to see it when it's nice and warm too.
Okay,
But
well,
actually,
the summer isn't much better. It's very hot and muggy and swampy here in the swamp.
So maybe springtime?
Spring or
Springtime?
fall. Spring or fall. Fall is beautiful, but that's a whole year away now. So come in spring.
Spring it is. Spring it is. What do you think the next big thing that's going to happen is that's going to be good out there? Aside from some crazy shit popping off.
Well, there's always protests going on, so there's no shortage of stuff to cover.
See what kind of funny stuff we got here. Oh, did you see this? This is just for comedy. This chick did an impression of Candace Owens. Did you have you seen it?
I have not seen that.
It's pretty funny. I have a folder called funny shit, and just to finish it up. Well, I'll let you go here in a bit. I appreciate you coming on. I really great to see you. I actually like you with the mic because it reminds me of you. You're out there reporting. You look more legit. You're like reporting live for me now.
I am.
This is awesome. I'm giving Mike. Is Mike Lindell gonna get jealous?
He might, but I have the. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see the monument behind me?
Yeah, I
Okay.
can actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
so
thought that was what that was, and I thought it could have just been like the corner of your pergola or something.
No, we're hanging over the swamp. The monument's there. You can't really see it. You can see the Capitol there.
So is that your house?
It's my studio.
Your studio is there with that view?
Yeah, it's pretty cool, huh?
That is fucking cool. Wow.
I
Yeah.
know,
Have you been
it's,
paying attention to Candace and her Charlie Kirk thing and everything?
I haven't really been able to follow. I've like loosely heard what she's talking about, but I haven't followed it like intently, which it
Yeah.
does pique my curiosity, certainly.
What do you
but
think about the Charlie Kirk thing?
I don't think that the work is done in finding who actually did it. I mean, do we believe the official narrative on that one? I don't.
No, I don't. I actually think he might have been shot from underneath. That's my theory.
Interesting.
They had that trap door was there, and people are like, well, the trap door was already there. But yeah, it was there, but there was actually an area underneath where he was. It's like, why did they pick up all that grass and pave over that ground? There's like no reason to do that. Why would you do that?
Yeah, things don't add up as per usual.
Anyway, so here's this. I thought it was pretty funny. I actually like Candace, but I still think this chick's funny.
So our team just uncovered that he recently decided to start drinking orange juice in the morning because after 30 some odd years, it's normal to just suddenly want to drink orange juice in the morning. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it at all, okay? Nobody thinks that that's normal. And then we received photos from a tip of him wearing matching socks. It feels weird. I'm just saying it feels too performative, too put together.
But now she's got the biggest show on the planet, supposedly. Is that true? Did you hear that? Candace now is the biggest podcast of all time.
I don't doubt it. I believe it.
What else have we got here? All right. I'll let you go then. I'll look at have you seen the Fat Vance videos? Did you see that? There's that guy. He just does him. Forget what his name is. He that's all he does all day long. He's just make Fat Vance memes.
Funny. The
So
fact that
funny.
he actually dressed up like that for Halloween too was pretty iconic.
I gotta say, I was never a big Vance fan, but when he did that, I was like, that was a great move.
I
man.
loved
He
it. I
crushed
thought
that.
that
That
was
was
awesome.
badass. Yeah. So where can people find you, Allison? And how do we support? Let's start with where you're at on Lindell, where you're at here, and how we can support and help your movement.
So if you want to follow the network, we are at Real Lindell TV on X and Instagram. If you'd like to follow me personally, I'm at Allison in the Know on X and Instagram. That's Allison with one L, not two, because two would be Allison. So it's Allison in the Know. And if you'd like to buy those great pillows and sheets we mentioned earlier, you can check out mypillow.com and use promo code DC. That really helps us out. That really helps Mike out financially to continue in this never-ending fight for freedom. And I can tell you he's never going to give up because he's truly dedicated. He's one of the few that does not back down and is not afraid to say what he believes in. So I'm so grateful to work for him and Lindell TV. And we really appreciate everyone who supports us and tunes into our shows.
Yeah, I've gained a lot of respect for him, just seeing how nobody else in the movement, like I was saying earlier, that he's really one of the very few people that is actually out there trying. It's like you got Andrew Tate, and he's like, I've got so much money, I just don't even know what to do with it. It's like you could buy a media platform and help platform people that are helping push this, free speech movement, or the Red Pill movement, or the beating your wife movement, or whatever movement he's working on. Choke her, just choke the bitch. But he won't spend money on that. Like he could have an entire thing like Alex Jones or Mike Lindell, and he could be helping small podcasters get their word out. But he's too busy on his yacht. It's funny that like he has all these whores and all these yachts, but he's always like got to go live, and he's always got to like weigh in on everything. It's like it's like, can't you just enjoy the whores and the yachts, bro? Like it mustn't be not that fun for him. Anyway,
it's not.
That's my theory on Andrew Tate. And he should put his money where his mouth is, like Mike Lindell does, or Alex Jones. These are the only people out here.
I think
so. Anyway, Allison,
Andrew,
thanks so much. Tell your homies, whoever's book shows over there.
Roscoe.
Oh yeah. We got to bring Roscoe on because we got to make this
come here.
Hopefully, Roscoe is so beautiful. Like, how much was that cat?
I think he was kind of pricey, but I wish you could see how huge he is because he's like 25 pounds.
Yeah, it looks like fun to cuddle. Is he a good cuddler?
Unfortunately, he's not that cuddly. The hairless one is actually the cuddler, interestingly enough.
Creepy.
Here he is. I can't believe you hate Vivek.
Oh my God, look at this beautiful Roscoe. Bye.
No,
Bye. I love you guys.
Love you,
I'll
Matt.
see you. Thanks so much for coming on.